They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And it's no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Here's Williams to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Williams looking for a man. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Touchdown, Indiana! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll run this play from the pistol. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams. They're all over him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Third down from the gun, Williams. Makes the pass. Finds a man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Williams unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Williams will pass. Turns it upfield. Turning it on. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's a give to Washington. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing, Williams. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a 1st down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Using his feet. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Beebe. Can't get him to the ground. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Out wide right, it's Preston. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Reels it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On the direct snap, it's Beebe. He's not going to get there. The defense getting penetration and stopping him behind the line.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Here's Williams to throw. He's got it. He'll be stopped after a pickup of 3. That won't be enough for the 1st down. 4th down coming, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to Washington. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Slams ahead. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. 4th down, Williams. gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The lone back's got it. He just threw his nose right into the middle of the pile and was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run him again. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He'll take it himself. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams. Rush right in his face. Quarterback gets him up. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. A few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the #1 team, the Florida Gators.
And the returner will be dragged down.
And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Hoosiers take their first timeout, and that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Williams. He'll throw it. Finds his man. Washington right back to the line. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
Straight ahead, it's Richard. He's past the marker. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Selling the fake. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Becker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Going to take a shot. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for him, and this one hurts because if he makes that, obviously, his team takes the lead.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throwing, Williams. Just a short pass to the tight end. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Here's Williams to throw. The quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's into the open down the middle. The 20. He's at the 10. Takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Williams fires to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Williams looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Making the adjustment on the play. Williams from the gun on third down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The fake and wants to throw. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Motion from the back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still first and goal. The run inside. It's Beebe. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Looking to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Wide out trying to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Williams, right down the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Under pressure. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Huskies headed quickly to the line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And you can tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Throwing, Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Williams to the air again. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Williams to throw. Still looking to his right. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick 6.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk. Keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Cuts it upfield. It's Richard. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Williams. Snagged in the middle. It's Lawson. And he's got plenty for the 1st down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making the adjustment. Williams will pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught by Williams. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Looking for a crease. And he's brought down after a short gain. Washington stops the clock and uses its 1st timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Rides to the back. Good, strong tackle. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Running inside. It's Martin. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Williams. Williams got it. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Williams looking for a man. He's got the tight end. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. Throwing, Williams. Fires into the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.